spacesuit dust deflector, which can increase the longevity of a spacesuit affected by lunar dust. What we do is we place a single coil of wire and we wrap it around the torso of the suit. And then we run a current through this wire, creating an electromagnetic field which repels the charged lunar dust particles. We use a similar idea to guard the seals of a hatch. You see, these seals, they deteriorate rapidly. They are one of the most vulnerable things when exposed to the moon dust. So we run a wire around the hatch doorway and we generate an electromagnetic field to reduce impacts from dust particles and greatly increase the lifespan of the hatch seals. So we think that with this solution, we can help build a path for long-term stays on the moon without also having to sacrifice the health of our astronauts and the longevity of our machines. We think that as a result of this and similar technologies, it may one day be possible to establish lunar colonies. It may one day be possible to continue this expansion into space and into the moon, because moon dust, even though it's microscopically small, is one of the biggest problems facing moon life, moon colonization, and space exploration. Thank you so much.
Wow.
You guys have any questions?
I don't know what to
Very weird.
What would your approach be in terms of moving forward with something like this? Because one of the biggest questions we have in here is about relevance in terms of feasibility and the time span it would take to create that. What's your take on that?
Well, you want to?
Sure, I'll take it. So NASA right now is working on a basis of a similar approach, but they're not there yet. They're not there with their research. So we took one step further to expand it to not only spacesuits, but also like a portable device and the hatch door that they also have trouble with. So as they're actually funding studies in that direction, we can also like propose a solution as a company or as a non-profit to assist their studies and their expansion.
What makes the solution especially relevant is the feasibility. So as I'm sure you guys know, launching stuff into space mass costs a lot of money. Like 1 kilo might be like thousands and thousands of dollars. Our device is small, portable, and the cloth that's used to protect the different wires and to collect the dust per se is very light. It's very lightweight, it's cheap to produce, and therefore can be sent in like a substantial amount to not only the moon, but it can be used in Mars, because space dust is a problem every planet you go. There's going to be dust, there's going to be dust.
Yes, any planet with a thin atmosphere, it becomes a massive problem because it doesn't erode. It just stays there and it accumulates over time into these enormous problems, clouds, dust.
And its ability to collect it and reuse it in the moon specifically, for hydroponics, makes it even more feasible. It's the cost is diminished by the output that you get.
So I love the concept, and the presentation is absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
How are you going to test this before you put it out there?
That's a great question. So the testing, you could say it's already begun, because these are all physics concepts that have been studied over the years. So we know that it works. What we need to assure is the safety of this device.
And we can feasibly test this because they've already reproduced lunar dust on Earth. That's how we know that 90% of lung and tissue and brain cells exposed to lunar dust are destroyed, because they reproduced it in New York, in Germany. They reproduced them separately, and they've tested them, and they've tested the electrical charges. So we can feasibly reproduce this experiment, like we can do an experiment with the electrical fields here on Earth without even having to go up.
Without human.
Without humans too.
And it
I would hope not.
One of the main safety concerns that we have, especially with the spacesuit coil, is the current running through. And it is insulated wire, but the thing is, by having such a large amount of wire and having the coils that are very close together, the electromagnetic field created increases largely, and therefore you don't need as much current. And especially for the brush that we created, you only need nanoamps. So it's very safe, it's very sustainable,
very little power,
and it's a long-term solution.
Regardless of how it pans out, if it were something that was ever tested, the fact that you came up with that solution that was so innovative and can be tested in that way, props to you and whoever made the renderings.
That's
That's
awesome.
So what I really like about your presentation is that you presented the problem like really, really well. and not only provided a solution, you provided multiple solutions. And
Yeah.
the way you kind of went about it, it sounds like it feels like you're an expert on that field.
Thank you.
Like I feel like they speaking in a language that I heard from the NASA speaker from yesterday, right? And it was fantastic. I think you guys did a great job, and the fact that you not only you were not satisfied with one solution, even though that wouldn't be enough for an event like this. You kind of went further and said, let's think about other.
We had the time, we wanted to do as much work as we possibly could to work through this.
What I love, and just to sort of tag on to that, is that even if these solutions didn't go back out to space with an astronaut, you found a way to, this is a tool that could actually be applied in other ways. It's sort of like the toaster. So you took a concept from NASA and technologies that might be used there and brought it into something that could very much be part of the real world. It wouldn't necessarily be lunar dust, it may be some other charged dust that we find here, and we need to protect construction workers.
It's actually pretty.
Hypothetically, or homes from, or any number
Yeah.
of things.
We came up with the idea, we talked to Joe, the NASA worker, and he actually told us that we're doing something similar, and we're like, oh man, but then we just did research on it and just tried to stay a little further away.
Yeah.
Because-
So you're on point. Okay,
But
cool.
It was really well.